What's up? It's your girl Styles Roy L, and it's Cinco de Mayo. Like, I am stuffed right now because I ate a lot of Mexican, and I shouldn't have. I'm trying to go on a diet. I'm trying to lose like 30 pounds, 30 days. I know that ain't right. You ain't supposed to do that. That's not even healthy, but that's what I want to do. Anyways, car rides and rants. This one is kind of a touchy subject, but I wanted to do it because, I don't know, I wanted to do it. So, and I waited about a week and a half to do it because it's about the last episode of Belair, which is the realistic version of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So this is what I wanted to do the car rides and rants about. Carlton has a drug addiction to coke, and he has anxiety, and he has all types of crap that's going on with him. And like I said, it's touchy. But let me just tell you what happened. So for the past couple of episodes, all kinds of stuff. He done lost his girlfriend to his cousin. Then he's trying to, like, everything is a competition with Will, and it's just too much for him. And they go to literally an all-white school, or maybe let's say 90% white school. And he just keep getting in trouble. He keep messing up. So he asked his parents if he can get off the meds. He asked his parents if he can get off he's on anxiety meds. He asked his parents if he can get off of that. But they also asked Will to watch him because they don't want him to fall back into whatever it is that he fall back into. Which they didn't know. They got so much mess going on with themselves that they really not even paying attention to him being on dope and all this other stuff, right? So ending up, he was supposed to get this like this award or be this whatever dignitary or whatever at his school, and he would have been the first black person at the school to get it, and he was going against Will. So that was giving him anxiety. He started doing coke back, and his best friend, who he's been knowing since he was like 9 years old, is a white dude that just keep getting in trouble. He doing dope and all this other stuff. So I guess my car rides and rants is about, his little sister ended up finding out that he was doing coke, and she was like so disappointed in him. And he ended up winning this dignitary, whatever it is that he was supposed to be getting. He ended up winning it against Will. Will was so excited that he won. He didn't even care that he didn't win. He was glad that Carlton had won. Anyways, to make a long story short, when he went to go accept it, he looked at his little sister and realized that he was going to have to tell the truth about him being on drugs and about how jacked up he was. His daddy ripped him a whole new asshole. Really whipped him a whole new asshole. So let me get to the point about this car rides and rants, because I only got less than 1 minute to do this. Eventually, his daddy cussed him out and then came back and gave him a hug, and Carlton just broke down bawling. But the whole time while I'm watching this show, and the daddy was like, I did everything for you, and I work hard and blah, blah. I didn't have this. I gave you everything. What the daddy didn't realize was that was the problem. He never let Carlton work hard for himself. He gave him everything. Then he turned around and put his chocolate black ass in an all-white school and never realized that could have been an issue as well. How he had to find himself in a place where he had nobody to relate to. So what do y'all think about that? I think that black parents need to stop doing that. Just throwing their kid in an environment. I think people need to stop doing that. Throwing a kid in an environment that they don't have nothing to identify with. Like, everything when I'm watching this show, yeah, you as a parent, you work hard and you want to give your child what you feel is the best for them. But, you know, throwing them in an environment that they have nothing, absolutely nothing that they can relate to. Nothing. I'm gonna give you a story the other day that I actually told this at my job. Because we were talking about diversity in the workplace. And one thing that I shared to my coworkers and my bosses is an experience that I had when I first started working at in this other department. And I was the only black woman in this department. And I had to find something for me. I can be in any room. I grew up in a multicultural situation. If I just break it down to you, you'll be like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Multicultural situation. I grew up in Toronto. I grew up in Detroit. I grew up in Bloomfield Hills. Not West Bloomfield, but Bloomfield Hills. I grew up everywhere. So I can be in any room and talk to anybody and deal with anybody. But the thing is, when you're still set in an environment where you can't find something that you can relate to, it can put you in an in a space where you may feel anxiety, and you got to make a choice. Either you gonna be yourself like I did. I'm gonna be myself anywhere. I don't give a damn. I may code switch, but that just come natural. I switch up anywhere. I can chat patois. I can code switch. I can be Detroit hood. I can be anything. But some people may do that to make other people feel comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? And especially when you putting yourself, and you're not an adult, and you putting your children in an environment where they just can't find nothing. They look around left, right, and center. They can't find nothing to relate to. That's hard. So you got to make a choice. Either you go what people may call as be coonish and just, I don't know, jig dance around certain things, or and that may be the wrong saying, but y'all got to forgive me, I'm just talking. You understand? Or you're going to be yourself. As a child, you want to relate. You want people to relate to you. But anyways, what I had told in my group was that, you know, I wanted to find something to where I can click with these women. And Heavy D had passed away, and no one in the group knew who Heavy D was. But then, maybe about a week or so, I ended up wearing these high, sexy shoes to work, and that's what made us click. And we've been friends ever since, and I love my ladies. I love them. But the thing is, you got to, it's not that easy for children. And then we, especially black people, we struggle so hard to make sure that our children don't struggle. But they don't understand when they put them in these environments where they can't find something to relate to. It brings more pressure. It brings more. It's hard on them. I had this experience with my son when I did it, but he was a first grader, and I was like, nah, I can't put him in that type of environment, and he's the only one. He has to be in a multicultural environment because he comes from a multicultural family. That's where he needs to be. I can't put him in a situation where he's in a place where he's in an all-black situation or all-white situation, because I don't want him going through those things and having anxiety and all, you know what I'm saying, and making bad choices. And that's what the daddy on The Fresh Prince, Uncle Phil, did not understand that he did to his son. He thought he was doing the right thing, but he didn't. He was doing the wrong thing. Let me know what y'all think about what I was saying. And I was talking too fast, but it's 10 minutes. Let me know below what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting everything out.